Today we are going to study the following topics of the chapter Word Processor Tableau Representation. We will study editing a table. We will learn formatting a table, changing row height, changing column width. Then we will learn splitting and merging of cells, applying borders and shading, resizing tables. We will learn alignment of table, and also we will learn how to do calculations in a table. So these are the topics which we are going to cover today. So first of all, we'll start with editing a table. So we have created a table. Over here you can see I have created a table which has roll, then admission number, name, English and Hindi. Now the topic editing a table, this means that once you have created a table but you think that some changes are required in a table, and the changes include like inserting rows, columns or cells in a table. So or deleting, if you want to delete any row or column. So all this will come under editing a table. So first we will learn how to insert a row or column in a table. So suppose here just at the side of admission number, suppose you want to insert one column. So for that you have two ways how you can do this. First is you right click or you select the cell, select the column where you want to insert, then there you have insert option. Here you can see one insert option is there. Then here you can see insert columns to the left hand side if you want to insert column to the left, or insert column to the right. So these are the two options which we can do. So we can insert either left side or in the right side. So we want to insert it to the right side, so I will select this. So once I have selected this, you can see that one column has been inserted. Now this is one method, and this is the easiest method how you can insert row, column in a table. In the same way, suppose if you want to insert any row over here, suppose you want to insert just after roll number 5, so you right click over here, here we have insert, then insert row above, insert row below. If you want to insert a row above or below, that is up to you. So accordingly you can do. So suppose if I want to insert a row below 5, roll number 5, so I will select this one. So here you can see one row has been inserted. Now this is one method. One more method how we can do this is, we will select, here we have the layout tab. Here you can see on your menu bar, you can see one layout tab. From here you have all the options. So you can see here delete option is there, then you have insert options are there, then other topics which we'll study today itself, that is split cell, then split table, all these options are here. So from here also we can choose. For instance, suppose if I want to delete this row, so our next topic is to learn how to delete row and column. So we are going to delete this. So I will click on this delete. Then it will ask what you want to delete. You want to delete a particular cell, you want to delete column, row, what you want. So from that you will have to select. So suppose I select delete rows, then you can see that this row has been deleted. Similarly, if I want to delete this column, so I will select here, I can select here, and then here we have the option delete, then delete column it is given. If you can select more than one column and you can delete, then pressing delete button you can see my column has been deleted. Similarly, if you want to insert from here, if you want to insert, add a new row, or you want to insert a column in the left or right side, so that can be done. For instance, suppose you want to insert a column over here, so insert left and insert right, both the options you have. Means if you select insert left, then this side one column will be inserted. If you select right, then this side one column will be selected. So suppose if I choose insert right, you can see that one column has been selected. So these are the method how you can do inserting or deleting of row and column. Now our next topic is, we learned how to edit a table. Now we will learn formatting a table. Now what is formatting a table? Formatting a table means changing the appearance or look of a table. So here we will learn some few options. and then advanced we can learn when we will study about applying borders and shading in your table. So first we will learn what is formatting a table. So we will learn how to change the format or the looking appearance of a table. So for this, here you can see that my mouse pointer is here in the, inside the table. Then I will click on this design tab. Click on this design tab. Here you have several options. Here you can see many many formats are given. So one by one I will switch, then you can see the difference. This is the normal one. When I move over here, here you can see that this is a light, the grid is very light. Then over here you can see they are it is shaded part also. Then this one you can see, this is also plain table where the columns are not shown. Here the columns, they are not shown. Then this is the third pattern, the next one, not third, fifth pattern. Then the next one like this. Then here we have, so several options we are having. From here you can choose some colors also, or whatever color you want you may choose from here. Suppose I select this one, so all this we can do. Suppose I take this one, or whatever you want you may choose. Many layouts are there, many design formats are there. From here you can choose your whatever you like, you may choose from here. So this is how we can do the formatting of a table. Then next we will learn how to change row height and column width. So this is our next topic. We will learn how to do this changing of row height and column width. So this is our original table. Here I will show you that how we can change the row height and column width. Select, for this, for what we will do, we will first select the row whose height we want to change. Suppose I want to change the height of this row, so I've selected this. Suppose I want to select this entire row. Now here you want to change its height. So what I will do, I will right click over here. Then here you have the table properties. So you will go to table properties. So once more I am repeating, I will first select the row whose height you want to change. Then right click over there, go to table properties, and here you can see the width of your table, or from here we can change whatever changes you want. You can do the changes from here. Here you have the option to change your row properties or the column properties. All these are given. So suppose if I choose this one, suppose I want to change the height of this particular row. I've selected this row, so from here I can change. Suppose this is 0.29 inches it is given, so I'm going to increase. Here you can see I have changed this, so this will be too much large, so I'm again going to reduce this. So this is how we can change the row height and column width. Once again I'm showing, right click over there, go to table properties, then here from this table properties we are going to change. So whatever you want you can do, scroll up if you want to make it more, or if you want to make it less you have to click on this down arrow button. So if I want to increase, so here I am increasing, and when I press OK, here you can see that the size of the row height has been changed. Similarly we can change the column width. What you will do, suppose if you want to change the column width of this particular column, so first you select this column. So first, suppose if I am selecting this column, then go to table properties. Here you have the column. Then from here we can change. If you want to increase or if you want to decrease, both can be done from here. So here you can see that the column width, this column width has changed. So this is how we can do the changing of row height and column width. Next we will learn how to split and merge cell. Now what is splitting? Splitting means to change a cell into more parts, and merging means we are joining two or more parts into a single one. So this, both the options we are going to learn today, that is splitting and merging of cells. So we will learn how to split and merge cell. This is our original table over here. Now to merge, split and merge cell, both these options are present in the layout tab. Now this is also very important, that you might be asked that this option is present in which tab. This word, in from Word you can get several questions like this. So we have this layout tab, we will click here. Here you can see we have merge cells, split cells, then we have split table. So first we will learn how to split cell. Split cell means to we are going to divide the selected cell into separate cells or separate columns. So suppose if you want to split this particular cell, this is a cell. Now hope you understand what is the difference between a cell, column and row. So first let me revise that, then I will tell you how to split cells and merge cells. This is this one complete box, the boxes which are formed by the whenever you are creating table. So this, by the intersection of rows and column obviously, so this entire box, this is called as a cell. And but if you consider one complete line like this, so this is the vertical line, this is your column, and when you are dealing with horizontal lines, this is your row. So this is a cell, these all are your columns, and this horizontal boxes, these are your rows. So now I will teach you how to split cells or split columns. So suppose if you want to split this particular cell, so suppose this is admission number, and I am going to divide this into two parts, that is your admission number and the year when you got the admission. So for that I will select this cell, here we have split cells options. You click on this. When you click here, Word will ask you that how many number of columns and to how many number of rows you want to split your cells. So here I will choose, suppose I want to divide this particular cell, this into two columns. So I will select only two columns and row will be one only. So when I click OK, you can see that Word has splitted this particular cell into two parts. So here admission number is here, and here I can put one year option, means I want to insert the year also. So in this, and when we will enter the data, here you will have to split the entire column. So I am going to split this entire column. So this is already splitted, this column from here I am going to split. So again I will choose split cells. Then here you have how many number of columns you want to split. So I want to split into two columns, and how many rows, here 1 2 3 4 5. So click on OK. Here you can see that these have got splitted. Now according to the data which you are having, you can enter the data. So data, suppose here I am going to paste the data. So and this over here, suppose if you want to enter only year, so when, in which year the student got admission, so that can be done. Hope you all know how to enter the data, so I am going to stop now. So this is how we can merge split cells. Here you can see that I have split this one particular cell, this entire column into two parts. Now the same we have here, we have the next after splitting, the option is how to merge cells. Suppose if you want to merge both this, you think that the column name requires more space. So what we will do, I will select both this, I will select this entire column and I will click on merge cells. Or you can do like this. If you want to individually merge the cells, you click both the cells I have selected, then I will click on merge cells, and then here I can write down name. I can make it center aligned, and then this cell I will select, this particular cell, and merge. I will click on merge cell. Suppose his name is Amit Kumar. Obviously these kind of options are taken with name because name takes much space. So I am going to again merge this. whatever is the surname I can put over here. So similarly I can merge the rest of the cells. So this is all about how to merge and split cells. Now our next topic is applying borders and shading. So we will learn how to apply borders and shading to a table. So to apply borders and shading, here we put the mouse pointer here inside the table, and then in the design tab you can see that the shading and borders option is there. So first we will apply the shading. Now where you want to apply the shading, suppose you want to apply the shading to this entire row, so you select this entire row, and from here you can apply whatever color you want. You can choose from here. Suppose I'm going to apply this color, then this I have selected. Now here this also you want to change the color, so you select the entire column or row, whichever way you want, you select that. Or if you want to provide to a particular cell, so that can also be done. So suppose I choose any other color, I'm choosing this one, so this I have done. You want to highlight any student's name, and you want to provide any other color, so I'm going to select this, and here I'm going to provide a color. Suppose this is, so this is the way how you are providing shading to your table. Now here you have the option of applying borders. So borders, here you can choose, see the borders here. Here we have bottom border, then top border, all the borders are here, left border. Whatever kind of border you want to choose, you can choose, and then click on OK. Here you can see I have chosen the option all borders. So here you can see all the borders are there, means both from the row and column we are having the borders. So this is how we can change the borders. We can apply borders and shading to our table. So if you want to highlight anyone, you can see that this has been made red. Now we are going to learn how to resize a table, and then we will also learn alignment of tables. For this topic we are going to do now. So we are going to now learn how to resize a table. Now here you can see that this table, this is having 2 points over here. This is called as the table move handle, this one, and this is called as this is your table resize handle. This small hollow rectangular kind of box, this is your table resize handle, square, not rectangle, this is a square. So from here if I drag my table upwards, you can see that the table is becoming big or small, whatever way you want. And if you will drag it outward, your table will become big. So this is the very shortcut method how you can increase the size of table or decrease the size of table from this table resize handle. And this one, your table move handle, this can be used to move the table. Suppose if you want to move the table to some other place in your Word, so you can see just I am dragging it down, so our table have moved down. Again I will put it up, so by this handle I am moving the table. So this handle is used to move the table, and this square, this small square, this is used to resize your table. So this is one method how we can resize a table. Then we have one more option. We will go to this layout tab, and in this layout tab we have the cell size group. Here cell size group, you choose the option auto fit. When you choose the auto fit option, you can see 3 options are here. So if you choose this auto fit contents, then what this word will do, if your text is big, then the size of the cell will change automatically according to the size of the text. The size of the cell will also change. For example, suppose if I am choosing this option auto fit contents, then, and if I am going to increase, suppose I want to write more, suppose this is, here you can see that it has automatically changed its size. and now it can't now this won't go to any extent because the size of the table is limited according to uh, the size of the page in which you are working. So this is your this option. Then the next option is auto fit window. Auto fit window, this is your word window. This here you can see this is the column from here, and from here also there is one margin. This is the top margin, and here we have the left margin. So according to the margin which is set in your page, your table will change its size. So here when I will click on this, you can see that this will change according to the size of the margins which are set in the in your word page. Then the next is fixed column width. If you choose this fixed column width, I'm going to choose this, then what will happen, your cell is not going to change its size, but if the name is very big, suppose I'm writing again, then you can see that there will be word wrap. You know what is word wrap means? Automatically it will come down. When the size goes more, then the word will come down. So these are the three options of resizing your table. Now to learn alignment of a table. Alignment means how we can change the positioning of a table on a page. So normally we have three kinds of alignment, that is left alignment, center alignment, then right alignment. So we are going to do that, how to learn that, how to do that. So for that you have to select the entire table first. So for selecting the entire table, you have to click on this, and then you can see that your entire table has been selected. Now here you have all the options. This is your left alignment, then this is your center alignment, and this is your right alignment. So whatever way you want to align, you can choose. So suppose if I choose left alignment, then your table will be left aligned. It is left aligned from before itself. Then this is your center alignment. You can see that the table have got center aligned. Then this is your right alignment, means this have got aligned towards your right. So this is how we can do the alignment of your table. Then next, how to do alignment of text. Suppose here these are the text. So first you will have to select the text, and then click on the type of alignment you want. Means if you want to make it left aligned, right aligned, or center aligned, so you select from here. So normally what we do, we select the entire row or column, and we choose suppose center aligned, or if you want to make it left aligned, whichever way you want, you can do the alignment of text and table like this. So entire table if you want to do the alignment, so click on this table move handle, then your entire table will be selected, and choose the your desired alignment from here. Now today's last topic is we will learn how to do calculations in a table. So this is our table, and we will learn how to do the total marks. So suppose I want to find the total marks which a student got in English and Hindi. So for doing this, I have created one more column here, total. So here I will click on here, click the place where you want to find the total, that you will click first, and then in the layout tab you have an option formula. So here you have the formula, you click on this. Now here you have many more functions are there, but you have to study only about how to find the total or the sum. So sum left it is given because we are going to find the sum of the data which is given in the left hand side. So I will click on OK, and then you can see that the total has been calculated. Similarly, I want to find the sum of 47 and 89. So I will click on this formula, and then so here you can see that it is given equal to sum above. So I will have to do some changes over here because I have to do sum of the data which is given in the left hand side. So I write down over here left, and then when I click OK, here you can see that the total of 47 and 89 have been calculated. So this is how we can do the calculations in table in Word. So these are the topics for today, and we have finished this chapter. Thank you.